Now, in this lecture, we will discuss about method overriding in Java. So, in the previous lectures, we discussed about inheritance. So, inheritance will bring up the methods of the parent class to the child class. So, in method overriding is a concept by which we will override the method of the parent class and write our own implementation in their child class. So inheritance always brings up the methods of the parent class. So sometimes in some cases we don't want those methods to execute. We want the child class methods to execute. So at that time we want to override. We will use the overriding concept in Java, and how we will override methods is using writing the same signature of the same method name and the same parameter list, and like that if you write a method in the child class same as that of the super class, then the method will be overridden and the child class method will be invoked. And next, one more thing to discuss about is the the rate override annotation. Annotation is a specific meta information about the particular in the method. So it will make sure that there is a compile time checking whether this particular method is overridden correctly or not. So if you don't provide at the rate override, this compile time checking will not happen. So you may run into some errors if you don't write at the rate override and override it. So sometimes what happens is you will miss some make a spelling mistake in the name of the particular method, and the method will not get overridden. So to avoid that, you always use at the rate override annotation, and this should be provided before the method name. And one more thing to discuss about is the access specifiers related to overriding. So we can use the same access specifier whatever mentioned in the super class, as well as we can use the wider one, a wider access specifier to implement the in overriding concept. Now let us see some of the programs based on overriding concept in Java. Now in this program we are going to see how we can override methods correctly. So here I have a relationship between person and employee that will be implemented using inheritance relationship, and it will be an extends relationship between employee will extend the person, and now we'll start with the person class. So person class has some fields. Following to that, there are some methods. Say hello method is a public method, and walk method is a default method, and there is a protected method which is run method. So these there are three methods in this particular class. So we will see how we are overriding these methods in the child class, which is employee. So we will see the employee class. So here we can see the employee class, which extends the person class, and here I have some methods which are overriding is all the methods are getting overridden. Here you can see say hello method is a public method, so I am overriding it with the public access specifier. This is the widest access specifier which is available, and for the default method I can override it with the protected and public access specifiers, as well as the default one also we can use. All the specifiers I can use to override the particular method. And for protected method I can use protected as well as public to override the wider, which are the wider of that particular access specifier. So this is how we will override these methods which are there in the parent class. Now let us see the main method to see how I am invoking these particular classes. So here in this main method of this program, I am created the object for particular person and employee person, and I'm calling the objects, and I'm calling the particular specific methods of the particular class. And after that, I'm created the employee object and calling the employees specific methods to see whether the overriding has worked or not. Now let us see the output of this program to see whether the overriding is working or not. So here you can see the methods are getting overridden. Here you can see So the whatever method will logic we have written in the child class is getting invoked, the methods are getting overridden. And this is the program, simple program based on overriding. Here we seen that how a wider specifier we can use to override. And now let us see another program based on overriding. Now let us discuss about another program based on the overriding concept in Java. So overriding we have seen in previous example how to override with a specific specifiers as a specifiers, wider access specifiers we are used. Now let us see in this program we are using a multi-level inheritance concept. So in which class will inherit, which method overridden method will be called or not, we will check it out. So let us see this example. This example will have animal, mammal, cat relationship. So that there is a multi-level inheritance there. Now let us see the program for animal. So animal class will have only a single method which is a make noise method. So it will make an animal noise like that I'm printing. Now let us go to its immediate child class which is mammal class. So here we can see the mammal class which extends the particular animal class, and I'm overriding the particular methods in this class. And after that overriding I am printing out the particular message and mammal noise into the console. Now let us see another program, the next class which is the cat class. The cat class will not have any methods, so how which make noise will get invoked while calling creating the cat object we will see. So we will see the main method for this. So in this main method, I simply created a car object, and following that car object, I'm calling the make noise. So which make noise will get invoked? Let us see in the output of this program. Here you can see mammal noise is getting invoked. So how this logic is like when we have multiple level of inheritance at that time, what is the latest in overridden class, overridden method that will get invoked. So if that particular class has overridden the method multiple times, a particular method is overridden multiple times in the multi-level inheritance concept, what was the latest in implement overridden method, that method will get invoked. That's how this in multi-level inheritance this overriding concept will work. Thank you for watching this lecture. And in this entire lecture we are seeing about the overriding concept in Java, and how the our we can use specific access specifiers to use to override the methods correctly. And we have seen some programs to multi-level inheritance also, how in that case how the overriding will work. Thank you for watching this lecture.